Hi, it's Jake here at Canadian Cutting Edge, and today we're going to take a look at the USB camera that I use to do my close-up shots on my knife videos. If you're interested at all in this review, stick around and we'll take a good look at what makes this camera tick. This camera comes with some software. You get your a CD with some software on it. I'll show you that software. And it's a camera made by KELIMA. You can use it in hand this way if you'd like to. You've got a large thumb wheel here for focusing back and forth. And it can be held in place on this stand, and then this stand itself also can go up and down this post for more options on where you're going to focus. And you just use this little thumb screw to tighten it up on there, and then you can use this as well to get to that really fine focusing. This wheel comes in most handy because it can get you right to that spot that you need to be, and then it'll hold everything perfectly still. So you can do either video or, some still shots. The stand also has these little clips on it. So if you've got something flat you're holding in there, I don't ever use these, so I just turn them to the back so they're out of the way. I've not taken them off because who knows, in the future I might use them. Other than that, that's all that there is for the parts. Oh, sorry, one other thing. On the cord, this is the USB cord that you plug into your computer. On the USB cord is a switch for LED light, because there is a built-in set of lights in the camera. You can see them right in there. And those LEDs you can put from very dim to quite bright. I've found, though, that not using the LEDs at all tends to give me better pictures. These LEDs seem to wash out whatever I'm trying to focus on. If you get one of these, try it both ways, and you find out for yourself, because what you're taking your video or still pictures of certainly will have a factor on if those LEDs will enhance or make the picture worse. So it's good that that option is there, and it's just like a wheel turning for intensity, so you got really intense all the way down to just barely on at all. You've got the software called Micro Capture Pro. Version 2.2 comes with the camera. I've got the camera hooked up to the computer right now. And so you can see that something's going on that screen there. That's because I've got an item that it can focus on. So there you go. I've got it focusing. And you can see the tip of a knife. So I'll just talk about the controls on the computer first. We'll zoom in on these a little bit here. You've got your file button, and in there you've got photo directory, Windows video directory, so you can decide where you want the videos and pictures to be saved. Under options, you've got your resolution. It always defaults to 1.3 megapixel whenever you turn it on. It doesn't remember what you chose last time. So I always have to go in, click on options, and choose the 5 megapixel. The bigger the picture, the better, in my opinion. And you can have the date, put a tiny little stamp on the picture. I'll turn it on and show you. You can barely see it in red right there. Very, very small. I usually just leave that off. And on the bottom, you got crossing, and that is this little cross line down the middle and across the middle. And you can turn that on or off. I just tend to use it off. And full screen mode gets you the closest up picture that you can get. And you just hit escape and it comes back and you get your menu. Capture, video or photo. Sort of redundant because you've got photo and video right here as well. And those are the buttons that I actually use to do the capturing. So I don't use that button at all. Using my laptop, here's the camera plugged in by USB. I've got the lighting on the camera turned all the way down. I can turn it up. You can see how the light comes on down here. So now I've got the camera turned on so you can see the picture on the screen. What I've got is this knife. I'm just taking some video or some still pictures of this tiny little wee knife, and I put it under the camera. You might notice I've got this just piece of paper. The white background doesn't always make for the best pictures, so I found that I took a piece of a box, of a cardboard box from cereal, put it underneath there, and then you've got a lighter colored background. I like using that lighter brown the most. And then you can put your items underneath the camera. Yeah, there's that nail nick hole. And then you can use these wheels here to focus to get exactly a good focus onto the item. And then once you've got it focused, you don't have to touch it anymore, and everything's good. If you want the best view possible, the biggest on the screen, you just double tap your mouse and it goes into full screen mode. And once you're in full screen mode, you can do your focusing all you want. And then you just hit the still camera button. It takes a picture, and there you go. There's your thumbnail. And then you know that you're saved and it's all good to go. And so that's all you have to do. If you want to do video, you tap video, and it starts to record. You see a little red blinking here. There's a little red blinking going on right there. That means it's in video mode and it's copying whatever comes on the screen. And so you can move your item around. I find that it's really hard to do any decent video with this thing when you're doing very much intense close-up. It's just not going to look that great. You tap the button again, and then it's going to render the entire little video that it made. It makes an AVI format. Any computer in the world can read AVI and edit it. You have to change the tab up here if you want to see the videos and the photos, the thumbnails of them. Let's see what else you can do with it. You can take it out of the holder, unscrew that, take it out, and now you can aim it anywhere you want, change the focal length on it, and there you can see what's on the wall right there. See that fruit right in the middle of the screen? So if you wanted to, you can use it as a regular video camera, a little handheld thing. The resolution's not that great, so you probably won't want to do that. It saves in 4:3 mode. So I go to the folder where the pictures are, and I right-click on one, go to my Photos app, and I hit Edit, Crop and Rotate, Aspect Ratio, Widescreen. But you notice when it did that, it takes some of the screen away. And then now it fills up the whole screen of my YouTube video. So I've lost some of the picture, but I've gained a full screen. And at 5 megapixels, as you can see on some of my videos, it does okay. That's what I use on Windows. Your Mac is going to work differently, but you've got the functional steps that I'm doing. I don't know of the software for this camera for Linux or anything else, just Mac and Windows. So there you have it. There's the system that I use to do my close-up pictures of whatever I want to take a video of. Actually, I mostly just use stills, don't I? So if you want close-ups and you want something reasonably priced, I got this from GearBest. They have probably 60, 70, 80 different models to choose from. So it's going to be a real challenge to pick one. I'm not sure. I am sure that they're not all created equal. I am sure also that there's better cameras out there than this one. But this particular one, if you want this one, I've got a link in the description below so that you can get it and make some good use of it for whatever you want to do. For a basic introductory camera, I like it. It works. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being a subscriber. Thank you for sharing these videos with your friends. And in the comment section, I like answering all your questions. And here's that wee little knife that I will use to remind you, always cut towards your chum and not your thumb.